as a ratio. Okay, yes. Okay, I will. Okay, someone. Okay, one of the student has asked how to identify it is a ratio or is a categorical. Okay, no problem. I had explained you guys in your first session. However, okay, I'll do that only now. Okay, I will explain you what is the difference between categorical and metric data. Then again, I will go back. Okay, it hardly takes some 2 minutes. Okay, 76 people have come. However, okay, I will start my class then. Okay. Oh, I have moved everyone. 76. Okay. What about others? No problem. See, I'm taking this because one of your student has asked me. Okay. This particular PPT I have shared with you guys. You can read it carefully. You can understand it. Okay. Yes. So the nominal data, it is nothing but a nomenclature that you give or as a numbers you assign to people just to identify them to people, place or thing, just to identify. Okay, that's all. For example, a water bottle means you give the, for example, 10 sets of water bottle, different companies. So you will just give two, three, four, this thing numbers. You're not rating them. Only you give them numbers. So that is a nominal to identify. Okay, in the case if the same number is following some rank or some order, that is called as an ordinal data. Okay, and either of the combination of these two or else individually this, it is called in data analytics, it is called as a categorical data. Okay, yes. What is a scaled data? A scaled data is one where there is a no absolute zero. Means zero does not have any meaning. Okay, age, okay, and height and weight. So basically, zero does not have any meaning. Weight zero does not have any meaning. Okay, means technically it is like that. And the difference between one second, yeah, yeah, and the difference between one and two is exactly not known. So then that is a scaled data, and a ratio data is like, for example, there is a meaning for absolute zero. Okay, then it becomes a ratio data. Okay, so basically these two combination is a metric data. Okay, for you guys the most important thing is, don't worry whether it is a scale or ratio. You have to understand whether the data is a categorical data or a metric data. Okay, yes. Why you guys have to understand this? Because of this particular table, if you can see me. Okay, so in case if it is a categorical, we have to compute chi-square test. We can compute, and however Fisher's test is there, but it is not that popular. No one uses that Fisher's test. Then in case of metric, it is either a correlation or a regression. So this is the reason why you have to understand a categorical and metric. So need not have to worry much whether it is a ratio or a scale. Okay, you only be concerned whether it's a metric or it's a categorical data. Okay, yes. Okay, okay. Now, okay, we will run off the time. So that's the reason. Now I will show you now in your responses. Okay, in your responses how to convert it. Okay, for example, now you have given me this. Okay, I had opened the list of this. Yes, it is very simple. Actually, don't break your head. It is very simple. We have to just take average of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because 7 put together is telling that these 7 statements are called as buying behavior. Because buying behavior in particular, you are not giving any responses. You are giving responses to this. Based on these responses, we will be able to tell that this is called as a buying behavior. Because buying behavior, as per this particular research, it cannot be measured directly. Okay, it cannot be measured directly. That's the reason. Okay, it varies research by research, study by study, but overall the basic funda, you understand the concept. Okay, you understand the concept that here, okay, this is a variable or else a construct. Okay, there is a construct. This is normally called as a construct. It cannot be measured directly. Okay, don't think that buying behavior overall it cannot be measured only. Okay, nothing like that in this particular research. Okay, it has nothing to do with the analytical part. Okay, yes. So basically this, you can assume some other variable also, you can assume other variable also, no problem. Okay, so for example there is a variable called as good. If I tell, mm, if I tell some with Dattatreya sir, okay, Dattatreya sir is good. Okay, so the good becomes a construct. I cannot measure it directly. For example, I cannot, if he's good, then he's good in what? Sir is good in teaching, sir is good in attire, sir is good in one-to-one interaction, sir is good in mentoring, so sir is good in helping people. Okay, so many things put together is one good. So basically good cannot be measured directly, so it has to be measured by different questions. So the same way in this particular research, buying behavior cannot be measured directly, it can be measured by these seven questions. Okay, is it seven or is it, oh, eight? Okay, eight questions. So what I will do is, to do a correlation analysis, I have to either add this or else I have to take an average of this response. If I take an average of these responses, that average becomes a scaled data. Okay, I will repeat. If I take an average of these 9 items, these are called as items, and this is called as a construct. If I take an average of these 9 items, it will become a scaled data. Okay, yes. Going and in the same way, in your research, these 1 2 3 4 5 6, okay, I'll take an average of this 6 and I will call it as an preference and attitude. If I take an average of this, then the preference and attitude becomes a scaled data. Okay, I have not invented this. This is existing in the world of data analytics or as a research. So there is a lot of work being done behind this. Why if you take an average it becomes a scaled data. Okay, we as an researchers, we need not have to go in depth of understanding the different abbreviations of that formulas or what it is. We have to only understand that if we average these items, it will become a construct. Okay, yes. Then same way reference groups. Okay, same way I have divided, if you can see. So basically when we average this becomes a construct. Okay, yes. Going ahead, how we have to do this? So simple. I have got responses. For example, respondent 1 2 3 4 5 6. Yes, you have given me responses, so this is a scaled data. Okay, for example, these are too big, I will code them. Okay, for example, the first word, first this thing, because it is defining your behavioral aspect. So I will code it as it is as per my understanding, to make it small. Okay, or else it is taking so much of big column. So B1, B2, B3, I will do this. Then next is something called as preference. So that's the reason I put P. P1, P9, P10, P9. For this is basically for my understanding. Okay. So the same thing I have put it here. So B1, B2, B3, B4, B5. So B8. Okay, till B8. If you can see here in the questionnaire, till B8. Okay. So till B8. So till B8 is my buying behavior. Okay. So till B8 it is my buying behavior. So what I have to do? I have to take an average. Okay. Insert. Okay. Insert. Now this I will call it as a buying behavior. So this particular thing now becomes a scaled data. I will color this in a different way. So it is very simple actually. Okay, it is very simple. Need not have to get confused or something. So is equal to average. Average of this. Either you can take a total or average. Does not make any difference. So average of this 8. So 3.25. I will just drag it down and I will reduce it. So basically now in your particular data set, these all things were categorical data. Now this has become a metric data. Okay, so that is the difference. Okay, let's color this right for physical efficiency. Okay. Yes, hope that this is visible. Okay, so you understand the concept that we have to convert these categorical data into a scale data. How I'll do that? That I will take an average of these 8 items. It is a behavioral, buying behavior. So this becomes a matrix data. Now in the same way, I will insert a column. I will take an average of this. Okay, is equal to average of average of average of this 1 2 3 4 5 6. This 6. Why 6? Because I have taken responses like that. Okay, I myself as a researcher, I have decided that 1 2 3 4 5 6, these 6 questions put together will be called as an preference and attitude. Okay, individually preference and attitude cannot be measured. That's the reason I have taken it like this. So again, this becomes, I'll just format it as the way it is. Yeah, again, this also becomes a metric data. Okay, so what was it? Preference and attitude. Okay, I'll copy this, I will paste this here. Okay, so now this is basically preference and attitude. So this is a metric data again. Okay, yes. So same way I have to go on doing for all, taking an average of everything. So basically that I have done it. Yeah. Okay. So basically I have done it already. So that sheet was there just to show you how I have done it, So I have taken average. I've gone inserting a column. Then I have taken average of those things. So the same thing I have done it here. For example, if you can see the average, you can see average. Cannot see the screen, sir. Now it's coming, sir. So is it coming or not coming? Okay, now it is coming, sir. Okay, okay. However, I will try to repeat this. Yeah, in the next session also. Okay, because now already it is 11:45. I will take only 5 more minutes. Is it okay if I take 5 minutes? Or is 2 minutes at least? Yeah. Okay. Yes. So basically, I have taken average of everything. So for example, this PARC and the same thing, these constructs, this metric data. Okay, I have pasted it here. Okay, for an understanding, it is nothing. So for example, your buying behavior, you can see here is equal to AP2. Okay, so where is my AP2? You can see EP2. Okay, so it is the same thing. Okay, same thing. I have copied. I have put is equal to, and I have given this cell address. Okay, AP2. So that is the same thing which is reflecting there. Okay, and you can see here this is AW2. So that is the PA, and this is also preference and attitude AW2. Okay, so the same thing I have put it here. Why? Because just to for my convenience, there is no hard and fast rule that like this only test should be there. So I will just in 1 minute I will just run an correlation analysis for this. For example, I'll go for data analysis, and then correlation. Then I will select it. For example, yeah, let it go. Yes, this particular data set, buying behavior, preference, attitude, and this reasons and all this consumer behavior. Okay, so I have taken in this study post purchase behavior. Once you've done a purchase, after doing a purchase, how is your behavior? So is it changing because of your buying behavior? So these are all independent variables for me, and this is a dependent variable. Okay, so I'm taking this all, then list output where I need to put output. Output. I'll put the output here. Okay, simple. I have to select. Then I have to select where I want my output. Then okay. Now we can see the result has come. For example, now if you can remember, try to relate group 1's relationship with Anuradha madam. Okay. So for example, in here, this is a dependent variable for me. This is Anuradha madam. Okay. So this is Anuradha madam. Okay, so you don't consider this. This again, consumer behavior overall as a concept, I have taken average of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that I have done. So you don't have to worry. So these all are my independent variables. So this is my student group 1. For example, student group 2, student group 3, student group 4, student group 5. So correlation does not tell how it behaves. Okay, for example, buying behavior has got 0.78 relationship, preference and attitude 0.64, research group has got 0.61, this has got zero point 0.8, this has got zero point 0.6 and zero point 0.8. So basically all are high correlationship only. Okay, but if you want to rate someone, you can rate this. Okay, consumer behavior. Okay, okay. But however, consumer behavior is the combination of everything. Okay, yes. So basically, among this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is highest? Yes, this is highest. Okay, attached benefits. So people purchase a toothpaste because of attached benefits more than something else. Okay, than other attitudes. Then comes their buying behavior. Okay, so basically this is the meaning of this correlation analysis. However, I will make an attempt to make you understand even the more better, because I also know initially first class itself you will not be able to get this. So however, I will be repeating this particular thing, because in case if I have to explain the regression, so this thing is the foundation. Remember, if there is a correlation, strong correlation, or else there is a correlation, then only we can do regression, or else we cannot do regression. Okay. So for this particular data, I will do regression again. For that, correlation is the foundation. However, I will unmute everybody. Okay. Any doubts you have? Any doubts? Okay. No doubts? Chalo. Okay, I guess it's getting late for you for the next class. It's only 10 minutes left. So, okay, guys, thank you very much and take care. Okay, yes, bye.